Hey, what's going on, everybody? Yeah, so I'm sorry I haven't done a video in a while. I caught a bug last week and I was down and out. That thing really put me down, but we're feeling better today and we're back in the saddle. So there's a few things I want to talk to you guys about today. I got a little cooling mod we're going to do on the car, and then we're going to take the car out for a drive and see the results of the airbox relocation that I did last week, and a few other things I want to talk to you about. But before we get into that, I want to show you around the neighborhood. Look at this, guys. Here's my house. Remember the last time I brought you in here? It was all empty. Well, now it's all built up. You can see a couple of houses there. They're well on the way, but there was one point where there was nothing in here. And now look, whole place is filled up all the way around. So yeah, so we're settling into the place. We're kind of busy with all of this, but I'm starting to get ramped up and getting ready to do some things in the car. So let's go into the garage. Let's see what we got going in there. Okay, guys, so what we're going to do today is we're gonna switch out the fluid in the intercooler system. Right now I'm running 50-50 mixture, antifreeze and water like you typically do. But today we're going to drain that out and we're going to add some Redline water wetter. And we're also going to run 70-30 mixture in it. Now, one might ask, why do you do that? Why do you run this water wetter? Well, I'm sure a lot of you guys know, but for those who don't, water wetter actually, helps the water dissipate heat a little bit faster. The water, the 50% water in the coolant, helps dissipate heat faster than the actual antifreeze. So going to 70-30 will help that in itself, and then you add a little bit of water wetter, and it helps dissipate heat even faster. And everything helps. Every little bit helps. I mean, in this car, I've got a few different things. We're getting down to the last couple things I can do, and this is one of them. We're going to put the water wetter in. So let's get at it. Let's go do it. Draining the fluid is easy. Just take off the clamp, separate the hose from the fill neck, drain whatever fluid that comes out. We'll put a little air pressure on it, drain the rest of it, remove the bucket, hook the hose back up, put your mounting studs back on, tighten them back up, and you're in like Flynn. Okay, guys, what you see I have on the bench here over there on the far side is the fluid that came out of the IC system. That's actually not all of it. I just got out enough to know that I could get the water wetter in there and top it off the rest of the way with distilled water. Here in Florida, there is no threat for freezing, so technically I don't need any coolant at all. But I like to have a little bit in there, for corrosion protection and stuff like that, so I'm not going to worry about draining at all. But I'm not really that worried about getting exactly 70-30 either. So whatever is in there is in there. We're going to throw the water wetter in and then top the rest of it off with the distilled water. Now, I've been given strict instructions by a lot of people never to use other than distilled water in your IC system or your coolant system. So that's what we got, distilled water. Let's do it. Okay, so here we go. We got the water wetter. We just sort of nice and easy put it in there. It doesn't really take it all of that quickly because there's no way for the air to get out, so you just slowly drop it in there. And now the distilled water. Okay, she's all topped off. That's what she's supposed to look like. Okay guys, she's all buttoned up. Let's take a first spin. Okay, so it's a bright sunny morning here, late July in Southwest Florida, and it's a nice day. It's in the low 80s, 81 degrees right now, and there's a couple things I want to talk to you guys about. A couple of weeks ago, I had to adjust my airbox because I was pulling a lot of air underneath the hood. Somehow, with the radiator and everything, the airbox got out of position. We moved it back up into position, and we're going to take a look at what that did to the IATs. Now, I'll show you here, I did a little test at one point on an 89-degree day. My IATs at the VSM, the IAT1, got up to about a little over 170 degrees. Now, I've been sitting here for a little while, or a little while ago I was out, just sitting, idling with the car. Now with the airbox in the right position. And it's a little bit of a cooler day. It's 81 degrees right now. And the IAT's actually still got a little high, up above 160. I don't think that that's all that good. They come down very quickly, which is fine, but I don't really think that this airbox is very good. Primarily because now that I know that it's sealed off, it's probably because it's made out of metal and conducting a lot of heat. And that heat just transfers right into the air cleaner, and that's what you contribute the high IATs to. So eventually we're going to have to change that out to the closed air box that's made out of plastic, probably ABS plastic. So yeah, so that's one of the things I want to talk to you guys about. Now, there's some other things. I mean, you know, I've done a lot of things, like just recently, just today, I put the water wetter in the IAC system, or the IC system. And that actually helps a lot. When you do that, it improves heat transfer, and every little bit helps. I did that with the coolant system. I did it with the IC system. I got the 170-degree thermostat in the car. And all those things, these little things, add up to something significant. And I can say that it all has made a difference. But there isn't really a heck of a lot I can do at this point in terms of, you know, keeping the engine cool and the IATs cool, other than go with the killer chiller system. And we're looking into that right now. And you know, I'm 99% that I'm going to do it. I just need to know more about it. So yeah, that's one of the things I want to talk to you guys about. And another thing is about the content on the channel. I've got a lot of content. You know, this is a Mustang channel primarily. Since I'm a Mustang guy, I like to go out and look for other Mustangs to feature, you know, down at 5 Bar or at the car shows or whatever it is that I'm doing with my car. But I have other content too that I want to post. Like, take a look at this car. This is a Camaro that I pulled into 5 Bar Motorsports and just drove in. And so this guy's driving his car in the street, pro street car, making tons of power. And I'd like to feature cars like this. And but there's more than that. I mean, look at this car. This is a Gen 6 Camaro. This is a car that I featured once before. We had it on the dyno's, got a Pro Charger on it. But the owner now is pulling the motor out and putting a stronger motor in and going for really big power. And I'm you know, wanting to feature stuff like this. Now, I understand this is a Mustang channel, and there'll always be Mustang content on this channel because that's primarily what I like. But I don't want you guys to jump ship. You know, if I, you know, put non-Ford or non-Mustang content on the channel, I don't want you guys to jump ship. You know, just stick with me. There'll be content that's interesting to other people. It actually might be interesting to you guys too. You know, a build is a build as far as I'm concerned. I mean, you know, the Camaros are going to be discontinued in 2023 or something like that. There's still a lot of them around, and there's a lot of people that do cool things with these cars. Hey, it might be interesting to check it out. So, but I also got a lot on the way for this car, so stay tuned for that. And, you know, something else funny happened. I got to show you this. Can you guys see this? This is something that Ford sent me, if you get a good look at that. This is one of their, you know, offerings, you know, for a new car. Get $750 off if you qualify. If I qualify. I mean, you got to be kidding. Look at this. They're telling me something. Yeah, we can give you $750 if you qualify. Well, I'll tell you what, Ford, I don't think you qualify. After what I went through with the motor in this Mustang, I don't think you qualify. So I'm gonna send this back to them and tell them, guys, you know, you can give me $750, but you don't qualify. So I find that hysterical. The things that they come up with just amaze me. But yeah, so stay tuned to the channel. I got some stuff on the way, and it should be very interesting. I think you guys are gonna like it. So thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.